Hey guys, and welcome back to Sailing with the Jameses. Today we find ourselves in Brisbane, continuing the search for what could become our next home on the water. Over the past few months we've looked at a wide range of boats, from a 77-foot steel cray boat to a 65-foot steel multi-purpose vessel to a 49-foot pilot house trawler to a 72-foot sailing monohull, all with one goal in mind: finding a boat capable of taking our family on our next big adventure. And today we've come to Rivergate Marina, one of Australia's premier marine facilities, to inspect a vessel that's a little different from anything we've looked at so far. Waiting for us is a 50-foot steel trawler built for long-range cruising. She carries an impressive 5,000 litres of fuel, 1,800 litres of freshwater. She has 2 cabins, 2 toilets, and enough storage to support extended time away from marinas and civilization. On paper, she has a lot going for her. The steel hull construction offers durability, and the fuel capacity offers a serious range. And the layout appears to be well suited for liveaboard life. But as we've discovered throughout this boat search, specifications and photos only tell part of the story. Today we're stepping on board, exploring every corner of this boat and finding out whether this one could be a serious contender for our future adventures. Let's go take a look. As we make our way through Brisbane and down towards the Brisbane River, we're heading to one of Australia's best-known marine facilities, Rivergate Marina. Rivergate isn't just your average marina, it's one of Australia's premier super yacht and commercial vessel facilities and is capable of hauling some seriously large boats. Located right here on the Brisbane River with direct access to Moreton Bay and the open ocean, it's becoming a major hub for vessel refits, maintenance, and long-distance cruising boats. Being based here means boats can access world-class trades, shipyard facilities, and marine services all in one place. It's one of those locations where you can spend a day wandering the docks and see everything from a small cruising sailboat right through expedition vessels and super yachts. And today, somewhere amongst all these boats is another potential contender in our search for our next home on the water. So we are early to a viewing of another boat here at Rivergate in Brisbane. So we're early, which means we are gonna
look at boats. Yeah, so it's a pretty neat marina here at Rivergate. One of the boats that I've done a little bit of work on is in there getting a refit at the moment, a boat called Southern Cloud with a few friends. We went over to Fiji on it and did a bit of work. So
it's the 3-masted one. When we get farther away from this building, you can see the 3 masts. It's hauled out at the moment in this complex. But yeah, we're just gonna walk the docks and check out all the boats.
Yeah.
From the photos and specifications, this boat certainly looks interesting. She's a steel trawler that's been extensively refitted and set up for long-range cruising, and on paper at least, she ticks quite a few boxes for us. So let's go take a closer look. Meet Moondarra. Built right here in Queensland in 1982, she's a 50-foot steel trawler. Over the years, she's undergone an extensive refit spanning more than a decade, from 2009 to 2021, transforming her into a comfortable liveaboard and expedition cruiser. She measures just over 15 meters in length, carries a beam of 4.6 meters, and draws approximately 2.1, and has a displacement of around 40 tons. Her power comes from a single 165 horsepower Leyland-based diesel engine with roughly 1,400 hours on it. She cruises comfortably between 7 and 7.5 knots and has a fuel consumption of around 12 to 15 liters per hour, which is incredibly economical for a vessel of this size and weight. One of the biggest standout numbers is her fuel capacity. Moondarra carries a massive 5,000 litres of diesel on board. Combined with her cruising efficiency, that's some serious range and opens up possibilities for remote cruising. Freshwater capacity sits at around 1,800 litres, and there's also a watermaker on board for extended time away from civilization. The first thing that stands out to us when stepping on board are these high and solid steel railings. Now this is something we pay particular attention to because we have our 5-year-old daughter Charlie. Having secure side decks and high sides provides an added level of safety and peace of mind when moving around the boat underway or at anchor. The cleats and the bollards are also positioned in a way that makes them very easily accessed when docking. Back here on the stern, we've got davits for the tender and a folding duckboard platform, and we really like this setup. The duckboard provides easy access to the water for swimming, snorkeling, getting in and out of the dinghy, and having that lower platform makes a huge difference when you're living aboard. The davits also make launching and retrieving the tender quick and easy. For us, we would love to have something like our True Kit tender living back here. It's light, easy to launch, and perfect for beach landings. One of the things we love most about the True Kit is that if you're on a tidal beach and get caught out by the tide, you can simply lift it up and drag it up further up the sand or down to the water. There's no waiting around for hours if you're stranded until the next high tide. But we'd also love a second larger tender, something a little more capable of carrying extra fuel, exploring rivers, mangrove systems, and spending full days away from the mothership. Particularly in remote northern Australia, having a more robust exploration tender would be a huge advantage, and this boat has just that on the roof. This aft deck is one of the nicest places to hang out on board. It's got that indoor-outdoor feel that works really well for Australian cruising and up in the tropics. And there's plenty of seating, plenty of room to relax and entertain, and all the canvas can be enclosed when the weather turns bad or during the colder months. I can easily imagine sitting back here at anchor somewhere in the Kimberley, Indonesia, the Philippines, and relaxing at the end of a day watching the sunset. The walk-around decks are another feature we really like. They provide easy access all the way around the boat, making docking, anchoring, and maintenance significantly easier. And if I'm being completely honest, I just like the look of walk-around decks. Up on the bow, this vessel is fitted with a Muir Thor 24-volt electric anchor winch and carries 100 meters of chain, approximately 328 feet, and 13 mil galvanized anchor chain. And that's a substantial amount of chain and should provide excellent holding power and anchoring options in a wide range of conditions. The chain was also regalvanized in 2022. The primary anchor is a massive 120-pound CQR plow anchor, also regalvanized in 2022. In addition to that, there's another 85-pound CQR on board, along with a folding Admiralty anchor and a reef anchor, giving plenty of options in different anchoring situations. One thing we particularly like is the size of the anchor locker. There's plenty of room for the chain to self-stow as it comes aboard, meaning there's no need for someone to be down below manually flaking the chain as you retrieve the anchor. For us, that's huge because we generally operate as a 2-person crew, and while almost always working together when anchoring, it's reassuring to know that the system is designed in a way that allows a single person to raise safely or deploy the anchor if needed. At the moment, Charlie is still a little young to partake in anchoring, so knowing that either one of us can comfortably manage the vessel and anchoring system on our own adds an extra layer of flexibility and safety. It's one of those particular features that might not seem exciting at first glance, but when you're cruising full-time and often operating short-handed, it can make a big difference to everyday life on board. Moving up to the roof area, this area is accessed from a ladder on the bow, and up here there's a cradle ready for a second tender. There's additional storage boxes, Starlink, and plenty of usable deck space. This vessel is also fitted with AC, and the units are stored up here on the roof. Under the blue canvas on the right side of the screen is the hydraulic 3-phase electric high-ebb crane for lifting and retrieving the larger tender to and from the cradle on the roof. It's surprisingly a large, flat area, and honestly, standing up here, I can already picture the fun side of owning a boat like this. Anchored somewhere in crystal clear water, jumping off the roof, climbing back on via the swim ladder and duckboard, and climbing up this ladder to the roof and doing it all over again. It's one of those simple things that can create some pretty special family memories. Okay, it's time to move inside. From the aft deck indoor-outdoor saloon area, we head through the doorway. Walking inside, we have the head and the shower on the port side of the vessel, and to the starboard side, we have the laundry area. This upper deck bathroom is the result of a major modification during the refit. The wheelhouse was extended by around 1.3 meters, creating space for a dedicated shower and additional storage and a laundry area. The head and the shower are surprisingly spacious and include some nice storage options. Behind the bathroom door is a good-sized linen cupboard, perfect for towels, bedding, and other essentials. Over on the starboard side, we have the laundry area, which is equipped with a wash machine and a dryer, and a laundry sink and plenty of storage both below the sink and above the appliances. And to the left of the laundry area, we have the main electrical panel providing easy access to the vessel's systems. Moving forward, we have the galley area, which is also located right next to the wheelhouse, and it's a really practical layout for long-term living. We like it for the practicality. You can cook, make meals, and eat while underway and on lookout. You can easily boil a jug and make a coffee or tea while underway. In the galley, there's a full 4-burner stove with grill and oven, a large household-style refrigerator, a convection microwave, and plenty of storage throughout. What really stood out to me is the amount of storage and pantry space. There are sliding pantry doors all over, pull-out spice storage, a large cupboard, and multiple deep drawers. Underneath all the countertops, there are large storage areas for appliances, dishes, and food storage. When you're living aboard full-time and reprovisioning for a month or 8 weeks at a time, storage is key. Where are you going to put all the food? Being able to carry weeks or even months of reprovisions is incredibly important if you're planning on extended cruising. Forward from the galley, we have the wheelhouse, which is really the heart of the boat. Visibility from here is excellent, with large windows providing great views. From here, you've got full control of all major systems on board. Her navigational electronics include Raymarine Axion 12-inch chart plotter, a radar, AIS, autopilot, VHF and HF radios, depth sounder, and wind instruments. It's a comprehensive setup that's clearly been installed with long-distance cruising in mind. Her electrical system features Victron charging equipment, solar power, wind generation, and a large battery bank. 4 300-watt solar panels and a super wind generator help keep systems running while away from shore power. One thing we really appreciate is how organized everything feels. Systems feel thoughtfully installed and accessible, which is exactly what you want on a cruising boat. Heading below from the Helm station, we arrive in the forward cabin. This space can function either as a guest cabin, office, or additional living space. There's a berth to the port side and a dedicated desk and workstation on the starboard side, and plenty of storage throughout. For anyone working remotely, homeschooling, or editing videos while cruising, having a dedicated workspace on board is a major advantage. Down below and moving aft, we enter the master suite, and honestly, this is one of the nicest master cabins we've seen on a vessel this size. The walk-around queen bed immediately stands out. Being able to get in and out of bed from either side sounds simple, but it's a huge quality of life improvement when you're living on board. It's not always that easy to find a walk-around bed on a vessel. Storage here is everywhere. There are hanging lockers, drawers, cupboards, underbed storage, and hidden compartments throughout the cabin. The master suite cabin also includes its own ensuite toilet, giving the owners a private bathroom separate from the main facilities upstairs. So 2 toilets on board and 1 shower. For liveaboard life, that's a feature that's hard to underestimate. It's one of those little things that simply makes everyday life on board a little bit more comfortable. Behind the mirror in the ensuite is a particularly interesting hidden storage area. It's large enough to become a workshop, spare parts locker, tool room, or even a potential small nursery space. For us, looking forward into the future, it's hard not to imagine the possibilities. Under the stairs, we find the watermaker. Moondarra is equipped with a sea recovery fully automatic watermaker capable of producing approximately 120 liters of freshwater every hour. The system is operated remotely from the Helm station and has reportedly been flushed weekly as part of a routine maintenance. Combined with nearly 1,800 liters of freshwater storage, this dramatically increases the vessel's independence and ability to remain away from marinas and mainlands and towns for extended periods. And that wraps up our tour on Moondarra, the 50-foot steel trawler. This vessel has certainly given us plenty to think about. From the huge fuel capacity and long-range cruising potential to the spacious accommodation and practical liveaboard features, there are definitely a lot of things we like about her. But what do you think? Could you see yourself living aboard a boat like this? Is there anything we missed or any questions you'd like us to answer? Let us know in the comments below. We know a lot of you have been enjoying these boat tours, so if you have any further questions about Moondarra or our boat search in general, pop them in the comments and we'll do our best to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and join us every week as we share our journey searching for our next boat and living life on the water as a family. A massive shout out to our Patreon supporters and YouTube members. We genuinely couldn't do this without your support. If you would like to join the J Crew, receive early access to videos, and support the channel, check out the links in the description box below. Memberships start at just $2 a month. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all same time next week. Bye everyone.